either in general or in Liam's case get a tie-in so that they can get into the third match afterwards. Since this is Overworld glitches, we do start with the boots. The boots will allow us to do a lot of glitches. Like we could get to 20 rupees up on the Highly Island, would just take too long, so we probably won't see that. And we do see a quick map check, red crystal in Easter, normal crystals at Hera and Desert. And we do see a pretty small divergence. Liam going for Castle Uncle checks and Furaime going for the Ashura check, also checking out what's being the green pendant. And a hammer in the back of Ashura is pretty big. You kinda want some good weapons early on, and hammer is one of the best weapons that you can have. And of course, since we do have early boots, we are able to shake the bonk rocks. Without any glitches, we just need to bonk into them. That's why they call it bonk rocks, and that's also what you do in any no major glitches seed. But I'm sure we will soon start seeing glitches, but I know from previous races that boost players do like to keep their shakes in pretty much not too glitched routes early on. So we will soon start seeing glitches, but not too soon. We do see some bombs at Lamazek, so nothing required on there. The seed could technically still force our runners into Arena, but in most cases we do have a lot of sequence breaks to get around that. A few more bombs for Furaime, and he's deciding to pick it up. Gem sees the same. Having some bombs early on is definitely nice. Also, having hearts early on before you end up going into the Dark Void on 3 hearts green mail is always nice. And there's Liam's map shake. Meanwhile, Furaime gets into one of the densest locations in the game. We have Kakariko, 5 shakes in blindside out right here, 5 more shakes in the bottom of the well, and then we have 3 more shakes that are directly available, and a few more shakes that are not necessarily available until you have certain items. The cane of Sumaria is none of those items that are necessarily required for any of them, but you can use that one to possibly glitch your way to one of the items if you do find the mushroom as well. And next 5 items, bottom of the well, and you see Furaime check the first and the second. We got Quake now. Seeing now the Quake medallion, it's pretty good to say that we only need a medallion if Maya is a crystal, or if we actually need to get into Ice Palace with bombers. And Furaime takes the opportunity right here to quickly check the stun price, which only has some arrows, but he really wanted some money from that. And of course, we also did have the red boomerang, but that's kinda only the best boomerang behind the blue boomerang. And of course, boots early. Money on the library can definitely get that. Getting rich and preparing the money that we will need to pay Zora at some point. And 20 rupees more on the race game ledge. We could grab them, but I'm kinda sure that neither runner wants to have them. But Liam actually decides to not leave it up to chance. He looks to not be too familiar with the clip to get that item. So he's just taking the chance, and if it's something, he picks it up. If it's nothing, he ignores it. And anyway, he's able to get the item and continues on for getting into Desert Palace from here. Meanwhile, we do have this key on the torch in the desert, so the dungeon is locked by boots, but we already have them. And the hint telling us the green pendant leads to just cash. We still might need them all for the pedestal, but let's hope not. Okay, so we will have an item on the boss. We will have an item on Land Molars and in the big chest of the Desert Palace. So far, we didn't find any items in here, and there are 2 items in the dungeon. If we do find a lamp or a fire rod, we will be able to get that, of course, but Liam probably won't do it. It's red, but not fire, so we will have to come back later on for that item. And Furaime is using the Lucario sprite. It's a Pokemon that they added, I think, in Generation 4. It's like it's like how's it called? Psychic and fighting, I think. Combo Pokemon that uses like aura attacks and something. The anime versions of it are weird. And yeah, it's also in Smash Bros. Because everything is in Smash Bros. Everything except Genos. Blame Nintendo. Also, I think I missed it, but did Furaime check K45? And yep, Shax also plays this playable Smash Bros. Character called Link. But we need to describe, is it Toon Link, Child Link, Adult Link, Breath of the Wild Link? Also, Blue armor Lucario looks horrible, please? What is this? Apparently shiny, but that's not a shiny I want to have. And we do have a glove in the mini modem cave. So once we do have that fire rod, we have an added incentive to get back to Lenmo, because we do have K45 over there, but we cannot check without a glove. And now that we've checked the ice road cave, I'm sure that we will see Furaime try to set up a water walk once he farmed the rupees in order to check out the Zora area fully. And there is Jack's glove. So he will also be perfectly fine, and Furaime does set up the water walk by dashing along the slope, along the hole in the cave, south directly out of the cave, which keeps a value that is weird from the you should be slipping down the hole, but you can't because you are not close to the hole, so that value doesn't get reset. And yes, the hammer was in Sarshwala's bags store, so Furaime was able to use that already to get some advantage with certain checks, and hey, we got a sword, so that's gonna be nice. Liam, you don't have Pearl? What you're planning to do right now will end up bad? Well, he will find the sword, but it will end up bad because he kinda will not be able to check the waterfall ferry. Okay, he just saves and quits. Okay. I guess that works. And flute on Zora Ledge. Flute usually not that important in Overworld ledges, but early on definitely worth to get it if it's on somewhat close. And with Furaime being in a waterwalk state here, that's definitely close. He can easily get it. And the back of escape has all the dungeon items and not much else. And Furaime quickly gonna kill out some Zoras, because doing this clip while Zoras are trying to kill you, not fun. Because once you get hit, you are in a bad spot. And yeah, you kinda want to be pretty low for this clip. Meanwhile, Liam at least did teleport above the screen transition and then transitioned in a certain heat where he was able to get over and transition onto that mountain. So I guess Furaime did decide that it's not worth wasting more time on the clip itself, so we do see him let that one slide. And a shield for Liam Atlas. That shield probably gonna lose more time than it's gonna save. Just because the shield actually increases lag. It's just slight, but it increases lag, and it's not gonna do too much, but it won't save any time to have, really. And yes, Liam did go to Hobo, that was his word as well. Liam did decided to ignore the item in the rest of the Zora area, which kinda only was the fluid that he's passing out on, but Furaime also didn't get it, so it's not a problem. Also, we get another medallion, so we get closer to the point where we can do more stuff. Some cash out by someone friendly, and we are locked out of Hera, it seems. Also, that hint with the cash on someone friendly is kind of redundant because we already had the hint for cash on Sashrala. Yay! Also, we did find cash on Catfish. And Liam right now doing clips that we call Total Climb by clipping into the wall and doing a downwards teleport. They are able to clip through the wall and then wiggle themselves up the mountain. And that looks extremely weird, but it works perfectly fine as long as you never press up. And let's see, Moonper. So, Darkpot available, Master Sword. We got all the swords that we need. Bombs, hookshot. Okay, with those items, I'm pretty sure that Liam is gonna check out Dark Death Mountain in just a moment. He can check out a bunch of stuff in Turtle Rock. He can check out Hookshot Cave. He can check out Silver Bunny Cave. All of that without too many glitches. He just needs to do the same clip he did to get to this side of the mountain in the Dark World. And after going round and round, we also do find our first bottle with a ferry. Come on, Liam, just let it go. Let the ferry go. She's too annoying to keep. And yes, Liam goes at least for the Darkwood portal. The clip that he did there to get to Hera, gets him on the mountain, and he will be able to take the Darkwood portal and probably goes for not the rest of this mountain because he's going for GT. Liam, you can go to GT without having to fix the camera. It looks like he actually had to think about that one again. Why did I do this? Am I sure I can't do anything in here? Bombers. So whatever medallion would be needed for Maya, we are able to ignore it. And once we find that Titansmith, we also have logical access to Ice Palace. With having no keys so far found, there needs to be a lot of keys in the Starfast room. You kinda need to have this play that the tile room is right now not in logic, of course, but I think it's a high chance for a key. And yep, it's just a key, so not gonna be too much there. And of course, Furaime with this hammer can just take the portal on top of Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock medallion being bombers. We do know where that is by now, which is nice. And we do see Furaime check out what's in Super Bunny Cave, while Liam Atlas does not fix his camera this time, so he is going to do a Swamp Super Drop. How do you do a Swamp Super Drop? You do spin speed, you do spin speed, walk straight through the sledge, line yourself up somewhat. You pretty much just have to avoid like 1 or 2 pixels. That's all the lineup is technically, and then you drop the entire mountain down and do it again, and suddenly profit. And we did have a Dark World map check. We did have a pendant in my hand, Ice Palace. I did not catch the red crystals. Looks like we did have Swamp Palace as red crystal. Did anyone see the other one? Oh right, Eastern Palace was the other one. Right, I'm down. We only had one red crystal left, that was of course in the Dark World. Also, Hype Cave, not Hype because it's not version 18. And yeah, we do see the red crystal at Swamp now, so shout out to Etsu doing the tracking and not failing anything. And if they fail, I'm sure chat you can help out and make sure that these problems get fixed immediately. And Furaime gets the big keys. Of course, not having the fire rod, he will have to get to the. He cannot check out the right side, but he can check out the. I don't know. Is this a map chest, or is this a small key in vanilla? But meanwhile, we did have a Ding game, which only was a 4-dig. So really nice, the seat. And 50 rupees. It looks like Primer just keeps a quick death swap. And there we have the Titan Smith, so Ice Palace is in logic. And looks like it's the compass chest in vanilla, so no reason to go there ever, like really. And checks, finishing up the Village of the Outcast and going into Seastone without the hammer. I'm also a fan of the play, but in this case we don't, of course, know where the hammer is. Going into Seastone without the hammer isn't a bad play. It's only one item that you may miss out on, and the hammer can always be in Seastone, and I had it often enough in here that it's completely fine to do. And we do see Furaime takes the safe route and instantly go for the safety exit. He only was on 3 hearts, so no wanting to hit one of those lasers. And the first item we get is the most important item not on the tracker here. And the flippers. I believe those flippers are out of logic, but once we find the pirates, they should be in logic. And this is the 10th enemy has the bomb. I'm sure that the Link to the Past price pack works a bit differently, thanks hint. So let's see what is in the attic chest on Seastone. Also, anyone paid attention to how many dungeon items we found already? A Link to the Past price packs work by having, I think, 8 different price packs, and each enemy class is assigned to one of them, and whenever you kill an enemy in that price pack class, you have a chance to 50-50 to advance the price pack and drop the current price. So 50-50 chance to advance the price pack. And it's actually pretty easy to get behind once you have the list for it. But it's, of course, outside of the hope that you don't get too unlucky to not get the fairy drop in NMG for Turtle Rock. It's pretty easy to pretty hard to manipulate. And yeah, it's a set order. If you do want to find it out, the Link to the Past speedrunning wiki has an article about the price pack and its order, and which enemy has is which price pack class. At least in vanilla, in Randomizer, all of that is completely random. And we do have Seastone. I am not sure if there's an... Oh. It's a demon, our tracker, saying there is an item in the big chest, so I trust. Tracker knows. And Furaime does have the Titansmith, so he can just pick up all those Titansmith blocks. Meanwhile, Liam had to do a clip to get around this. And we do have a bug. We don't have a mirror but the answer was if we do find the mirror, but then we don't have the firewall to have an incentive to go to the back. Dang. No pressure check, I guess. The best major glitches category is obviously low percentile hard pieces, but the most run one is all dungeons. Just because it's pretty easy to learn. It's not much over the actual Overworld glitches requirement in this game. There are bomb clips that you have for all the indoor clips that you have to do, so it's not too hard in any way. Hey, I can run any category that I create out of boringness whenever I want. Yes, it's run on JP 1.0, but I don't think it's necessarily needed to be run on 1.0. It's mostly just there's still some minor glitches that are nice to have, and otherwise just having these speedrun, the text speed being faster and everything. You wanna do a dark tower for low percent or hard pieces on 4 hearts? Yeah, then fine. That's pretty much everything I have to do, and that's actually hard. I guess you also would have to one frame clip to bumper ledge. Yeah, I learned it also, and in the one run that I did of the category, I kinda had no issues with it, and afterwards tried to practice Dark Aghanim for future runs, and had a lot of issues getting it. So yeah, we now see Liam in Hookshot Cave. And he will probably also check out all the stuff in Turtle Rock afterwards. Or he's not, and is just skipping ahead and does catfish. And we do see what item is in the big chest. It's 20 rupees. That's gonna weigh on Liam's mind for a long time. No, because it's low percent and you don't need fire rod for anything. So yeah, you do have to do it completely blind for low percent hard pieces in Egger Tower. But that and Eastern Palace are the only dark rooms that you have to do. And Eastern Palace is free, to be honest. It's not a defeat Ganon category, it's just get all hard pieces and that's done. Okay, Liam sees Redmire, he grabs Redmire. So yeah, and with other talking about vanilla categories, let's go back to Randomizer, and we do see Liam Adler's go for Pets of Darkness. He doesn't have the hammer, which is pretty close to him, just in the wrong world. And we also do see Furaime check out the Smith chain while checking some stuff around. Oh yeah, he can check out the front of Scorewoods because he can drop in. He just can't check the vanilla big chest. Just drop into the side entrance. Primer. Well, yeah, all dungeons doesn't have any one frames. Low person or hard pieces has, but that's a dumb category anyway. And if you want to go even more memeing, low percent of dungeons is also a thing. Especially if you go boosters. Furaime, what are you planning? Oh, okay, he's taking this as a mirror. Furaime died there in a dungeon. Dying inside a dungeon without Aghanim Dead and not having the mirror and randomizer. No, it's just not having Aghanim Dead. And of course, this is only in the glitch modes. For no glitches, this is fixed. Puts you in a state that we call fake dark world. Fake dark world, once you transition on the overworld, puts you onto a real light world screen. And fire rod! Time to burn the seed down. And Liam, today, remembers, leave the ferry outside of the kill room. And I have no clue where Bo was. Itsu, where was Bo? You always know everything. Bo was in the basement of Palace of Darkness? What is this seed? Okay, once Furaime gets to Palace of Darkness, he will have the bow. And once Liam gets to Eastern Palace, but he will definitely do once he is done with Palace of Darkness, he will have the hammer as well. So let's quickly check over what items we still need. We still need the ice rod for Turtle Rock. We still need the mirror for Swamp Palace, and that's it. Everything else is accounted for on one or the other player. I'm feeling that we soon will see some progression in Ganon's Tower. And finishing up with the map in the big chest looks like Amazon will have an item, and of course, having the map, Liam definitely gonna check out Eastern now. And while on the way to Eastern, we'll check out the back of Sartra's hut and find out, hey, he does have the hammer. And Furaime gonna use their bow and their book, not bow, to check out what's on the tablet over here. Also, just as a quick little note, Liam having that bow from Palace of Darkness basement is extremely benefiting right now. But at the same time, I think Furaime is soon out of shakes. Oh, he still has GT. He's gonna go for GT at this point. Which, by the way, Liam Atlas will be able to single the GT, no matter where the items and big key and everything is. He already has the fire rod, the cane, the hook shot, and the hammer. As well as the bow, but yeah. And let's see what we have in Eastern Palace. A big key. Yeah, that's kind of has to be here. Yes, Furaime is going to go into GG. We did see Liam check out the right side until the tile room and the left side torch already, but he couldn't check anything more in here because he didn't have the necessary items for it. And of course, Furaime is going to check out the tile room just because it's usually not a good check. It's still an item if you can get in here early. It's just like Hera tile room, taking a long time, but at the same time, it's just another check. And some half magic in Eastern Palace, which is nice. And Furaime gets their small key and uses the One Master as a quick little mirror back to the entrance. Sees the Bombers Medallion, so he might decide to go to. Well, okay, he already cleared out Turtle Rock, but he could do Turtle Rock once he has the Fire Rod to do the right side in the early game. But I think that has to be at least one small key. We do find a Tempered Sword, which is extremely nice to have. And the Mushroom. And with the Mushroom, we can either turn it in or, of course, Fake Powder. It will be interesting to see if Furaime decides to do the Fake Powder. And of course, Furaime with all the game knowledge, knowing to throw the Boomerang Diagonal if you have the right one. Throwing the Boomerang Diagonal turns the travel time ideally to something that works out. And big key found, but still, of course, searching for the Ice Rod and Mirror and Bow on their side, as well as Fire Rod. And that refund on Armor's Knight's arrows. I think they are missing 17. And of course, having now the hammer and glove and bow. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly check out what's on hammer while he's here over here. And mirror in Ganon's tower big chest. That's pretty informative. Well, not really. Because Furaime needs to have all the small keys to get any more chests already in here. But that mirror might lead Furaime to Swamp Palace soon. They might just do that in order to avoid having to do Bolus, Palace of Darkness, which is not necessarily the most liked thing to do. Furaime trying to use spins and slashes on the Armor Knights here. Definitely no pokes, because pokes do actually the least amount of damage that he can do right now. And Liam now on his way to Hammerstraw. And good sword also in GT, nice. We do have the logic that's publicly available, but the main important ones are upstairs. The GT needs 3 small keys to starting at the mini Hammersaw, logically. The right side of GT, like the fire rod locked part, is 4 small keys. Armors, the render room, and big chest is 3 small keys, and beforehand and the ones before are pretty much never important for anything, at least logic wise. I'm now doing the graveyard slip to only shake the Kingston, because he already did the graveyard earlier. And I think he did set up the mirror portal as well, or he did. And with that Desmond Descent, he is now able to drop right into a Hulahan. Hulahan is a nice rune. Also something really nice for Furaime here. Once he is on the pyramid, he will be very close to Palace of Darkness. So he might go for it. He might go for Bolus Palace of Darkness after this. And Vanilla Silvers. Who would have thought that we would have them in Vanilla? Let's see, Furaime, please pick up the red man. I don't want to see you be yellow for more time. Yeah, that will be really good for Furaime once he's in port, because he can right afterwards mirror to Eastern Palace, has the bow, clear boost together. And afterwards we'll have the fire rod as well, so... By the way, chat, we are on the ice rod hunt. So, get you guys in, where's the ice rod? Are we going to find it in Escape, which players just try to avoid for an hour? Today only for 50 minutes on Furaime's side, but Liam is still 10 minutes out on that. I already see a swamp gas. Why swamp? Let's put it into Ice Palace, Big Chest, keep it cold. And Liam gonna check out the Checkerboard Cave, and with the fire rod we'll be able to afterwards check out with the fire rod we'll be able to check out what's on Land Rollers. There is an item still on him. Nah, they already had the silvers on pet yesterday. Let's not be too rude. The bow was in Palace of Darkness. And did that guard just jump? Looked weird. Let's see. Furaime is of course doing the dark room here in the castle, having just found some arrows in there. He's leaving the castle, looks like he wants his Darkwood portal back. Which is good, it's a good indication that he is looking into doing more checks in the Darkwood. And Liam did finish up Desert Palace, is able to get his fourth crystal. And we do see Furaime head over to Catfish and is going to turn in the mushroom. And Liam also now finally able to check out the rest in Tower of Hera. We of course were not able to do this earlier because we kinda didn't have any fire. Also, we do have the lamp by now. I don't know where it was. I think like maybe Desert Boss. Apparently Pirates of Darkness as well, so no one knows. Okay, Catfish. Don't lie to me, Itsu, please. And Furaime now avoiding Palace of Darkness for longer, which isn't good for them. So that lamp kinda ruined it for him. To be honest, Furaime will soon start to get out of checks. Unless he wants to go into Ice Palace before just going into Palace of Darkness, checking if the bow is in there. He will be pretty good still. He just needs to not make too bad plays. Thanks, game. And we are witnessing the difference between Master Sword modem and Gold Sword modem in just a moment. With the Master Sword, Leon did have to get either 6 slashes or 3 spins or any combination in a good way of those. And Furaime will just have to do 2 slashes. That's gonna be pretty easy for them. There's slash number 1, and oh, Furaime trying to dash through modem, but gets kinda some bad luck and gets knocked out of the dash and thrown down. Furaime, please don't dash downwards, you know that. Do the dash only to the side. So, unless the ice rod is on the right side in Total Rock, that's going to be good for Furaime. Liam right now just doing some additional checks that Furaime didn't do. And Furaime takes the flippers and mirror, which he has that Liam doesn't have, and it goes to Swamp Palace. This could be the ice rod, but it won't be the bow. We already know the bow is not here. We already know the fire rod is not here. But of course it could still be the ice rod, which would be a good thing for Furaime. Liam might still take some time before he makes that call. A piece of heart is in the Dark Village. Well, that's not needed. Yeah, just a key and a compass on the right side, so nothing. Map in the first chest in Swamp Palace, so I'm sure that we will probably see a full clear of the dungeon. But that with that small key placement, and I think there was also a small key on the laser bridge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a small key on the laser bridge. Furaime should know that there cannot be the fire rod in Swamp Palace. We do have the flippers on the laser bridge, which are locked by all but one of the small keys. No matter what you play in Overworld glitches. In major glitches, I think it's the way to get to the laser bridge is in logic. Liam had some smaller problems with Sue's laser skiff, but gets through in the end and finishes up with just a bugnet. Also, really nice hook shot clip by Furaime there. And Liam Atlas right now on his way to the GT play. And left side Swamp Palace just having 40 rupees together. And with all the items that Liam already checked, he decides to go straight for right side. It's a good play. In case you get the big key on here, it's nicer to still go through left side and go for the big chest that way than going through right side fully, especially if you haven't practiced it extremely well. And we do find the powder and the cape. For the powder we already had the mushroom in here, so we could have kind of sequence broken it, but of course Furaime did turn in the mushroom. And there's the big key. Furaime definitely doesn't want to re-dip into Swamp, so he decides to try to get the thing out. But I think he has the key there, he just didn't cancel out the how's it called, the stair leg. You need to cancel the stair leg in order to get out of the door quickly enough. And Liam sadly did add one of his shots before the refill on that last armor did happen. So he had to add the fourth shot onto that armor. And Furaime now with Goldsword able to do really easy hook pokes, I guess is able to call it, and Agai die to Goldsword pokes. And I was just having the 20 rupees here, which is the last item, but it's no silvers in here. No ice rod in Swamp Palace. Hey, ice rod and ice palace is my guess. Don't steal it, chat. But talking about Ice Palace, looks like Furaime is actually going there right now. which is an interesting play considering it's an pendant and not really liked one. I think we only found one item in Skywoods, but I'm not too sure about that. A unique item requires a bomb. Was there a unique item in render room? Oh no. It probably was found already. Oh, right. Wasn't like a Quake or Isa in behind the bomb wall? Silvers, the bomb for the periphery is not considered for that. That bomb has its own special hint being called Big Red Bomb or something like that. Hey, Furaime, you didn't have to check the western wing of Swamp, did you know? And there's Liam's mirror. Liam, of course, having the bow already, will definitely check out the upstairs city. So, if the ice rod is on top of GT, Liam has won. Like, there's not much coming back from that. If the ice rod is an ice palace, then we have to decide where is Liam going. Is Liam trying anything special? Also, Liam only has one arrow left. Eh? Did he just pick up the... Was the arrow pack despawned? But yeah, Liam just gonna go for some quick little clips in here and hopefully clip out the mimics. You can still do it. Liam, you can still do it by being in the corner. You don't need to necessarily hold a ledge. That holding a ledge is just making it so that you don't move yourself. If you do it quick enough, you can do it in any corner of the room. Also, since you already don't have arrows, you should have probably done those two with the potion camera unlock. And a unique item had by someone friendly. Yeah, well, we did have the lamp on Catfish. Thanks, game. So yeah, the mimic clip that Liam is right now doing, he needs to move the mimic loop for exactly 1 frame over to the right. And he needs to actually stop the game, otherwise they would still be considered active and would get directly pushed back out of the wall. And this time he actually gets the arrows, so I guess he did not get the arrows, but gets a fairy this time, so that's nice. there is the big key for Ice Palace. Furaime now against Coldstare, hoping to find that Ice Rod or anything right now to make this play worth it. And we do find a shovel! Okay, I'm sure Furaime right now is really not that happy. So, chat, who of you ordered the Fed quest on Shovel? Fed quest on Coldstare? And in the meantime, Liam Atlas does keep on progressing towards the end of the seed. And it's a unique item, it's blue, it has a handle that's straight. It's just not a rod, it's a cane. And Ice Rod on top of GT. Liam Atlas is in go mode. So at this rate, unless Liam Atlas gonna have some real big problems, we gonna see match 3, which as far as I know they wanted to do it tomorrow. Let me quickly check. Yeah, it would be tomorrow 6:30 PM if for that one. It was talked about with the town administration. Even though tomorrow is Monday and they usually want to keep the rounds for down to 1 week. They had some issues. Or one of them had some issues during the week, so they couldn't actually schedule more matches earlier. So they only had yesterday and today for actual match scheduling, and so it was decided that they do have the additional day. And they're egging them down. Pig is rising and requires us still to get 2 more crystals on Liam's side. This is just speed dungeons. We do need the crystal dungeons to make Ganon vulnerable, but otherwise we are only required to get Aghanim 2 in order to get into the Ganon hole. The pendants are only required for items inside them and possibly the pedestal or the Ashwala. And Furaime keeps on gambling right now. He definitely doesn't want to do bonus points, and I understand him. I was there as well, but it's hurting. It's hurting him real big. And Liam gonna place that bomb there to line himself up on the screen transition. Use them around the same frame as he transitions. Does some movement to kick himself over to the back over the transition, which confuses the game overall and puts him right in the entrance of Laser Bridge. I right now think that Furaime is gambling pedestal, like something on pedestal, or he has lost already, and I can see what he's meaning, especially with having full cleared swamp palace for nothing, having full cleared ice palace for nothing. Yeah, Bow in Palace of Darkness or Eastern Palace is like the big killer. If you don't go for it bowless, which you never want to do, you don't care for hammerless Thieves Done. You don't care for firewordless Spearwoods. Those are really quick, but Eastern and Palace of Darkness is just they are just far enough out of the way that you don't want to do them bowless. You don't want to come back to them. And we do find the mirror sheet in Maya. And Liam now on his way to Swamp Palace. He will, of course, in just a moment be able to enter his last crystal dungeon, and afterwards will just have to walk over and will be there. Of course, we do see Furaime go for the lovely push block puzzles to get the cutscene in Wizardry Maya going. Let's see if he's also checking out the hint tile. Okay. A unique item is in Turtle Rock. Well, yeah, we kinda did Heads of Flippers there. And the Titan Smiths. Furaime right now, on his way to Path of Darkness, will finally be able to pick up his bow. The question now is only, will Furaime be able to pick up his bow before Liam has his last crystal done? Oh, I'm sure Furaime would have continued to Path of Darkness if Catfish wouldn't have had the lamp. The lamp just suddenly opened up, completing Hera and Desert. So and nope, Furaime has not found the bow before Liam is done with his last crystal. And yep, the lamp is worse than nothing for Furaime's seed. Okay, at this point in time, it's questionable if Furaime will find the bow before Liam is done with Ganon. Oh. There's the boomerang for Furaime, so he will be able to use the good boomerang now that he's done with the only part in the game where boomerang is really useful. Meanwhile, Liam gonna fight the pig. Just 6 hits needed for the first phase, 6 hits needed for the second phase, and 4 hits now needed for the last phase, for the third phase. And no Ganon, we did not find the silvers on Liam's side. Can we use the ones from Furaime? And Furaime does find the bow before Liam is done with Ganon. So at least that little race was won by Furaime. And I think Liam still needs like 2 hits or so, like he's almost done. And yep, he's done. Furaime won't even have time to finish up the Mimic Room before Liam is done, or oh, he's able to do so. But get your GGs into the chat for Liam Atlas, finishing in with a time of 1 hour 25 minutes and 27 seconds. GG, and Furaime finds his fire rod just like 5 seconds later. Okay. And I guess the audio for Furaime is not in order. I can quickly actually recheck that, just in case. Hey. GG's to you, Liam. And how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing all right. Doing a little bit better after that seed.
Yeah, Furaime literally, like, during your Ganon fight, found the bow, and 5 seconds after you finished, found the fire rod.
Yeah, if I was gonna win today, I figured that would probably be why, because yeah, that was a loaded pod.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about if Furaime would have found the ice rod in one of the checks that he did, that he would be at least still okay, because he did checks like Ice Palace, Maya, Swamp Palace already. So if Ice Rod would have been in any of those places, he would have taken some time. But even then, having the bow and Fire Rod in Place of Darkness, you kind of need to say, okay, I'm going there without the bow. And you don't want to do that, really.
Yeah, that's a hard choice, and I didn't really have too much I could do at the time because I was still looking for fire, I believe, and I got it off the catfish in the form of the lamp. But since I was already routing down that side, I was just gonna poke my head into a pod.
Yeah, and Furaime did get the lamp and said, okay, I'm done here. I'm going to do the fire lock checks that I had. Finish up Desert and Hera.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, that play literally pretty much was the big decider this race.
But yeah, it was a nice race. I enjoy when I can get sub 130 and overworld glitches. That I don't get that too often.
Yeah, it's really easy to have that seed that you have 40 minutes, 180 memory from go modes, 150 go mode. It can be really horrible or it can be really nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. And of course, Furaime is still not having the ice rod. We'll have to climb GT for that. How much did you like that ice rod at top of Gannon Tower?
Oh, I was so happy when I saw that.
Yeah.
Because if not, then it would be a full clear of swamp, and then I would have the entire rest of the world to do.
Yeah, full clear of ice, full clear of Maya, finish up Skull Woods for last pendant and pedestal. Also pedestal, just a broken heart, so not much. And Primer again did find the silvers where you didn't.
So, did we see what was in? I was worried about Thieves Town Big Chest because I didn't get that hammer off Sahasrahla.
Primer did check that hammer after the Hyliar Island check, which where you were things, and you went to the castle, and he did check the item in System Big Chest. It was 20 rupees.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting nervous about that one as it got on because I saw how early hammer was available, and I was like, oh no.
Oh. Yeah, that one. If that one would have been Ice Rod, you would have gotten the bow in Path of Darkness still early. That one would have been a really interesting race. Who does the one thing that he doesn't want to do first?
Yeah.
So yeah, GG's to you. I think you did already schedule your next match for tomorrow at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, I'll have to just double check with him, and we'll actually get it submitted, and we'll get that done.
So yeah. Anything more to say about the seeds then? Or just happy to move on for another round with hopefully a really nice Kakariko Go mode, 3 hearts the rest of the game seed?
Yeah, that second one. Here's hoping.
Yeah.
And just like always, thanks to you, to the comms, for our tracker, for SpeedGaming, for always having to restream. It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah. The SpeedGaming is always awesome. and they are really nice to work with, so everything's fine.
Well, that's gonna be all for me, Michael. So I'll see you tomorrow, probably for game 3.
Yeah, probably. No, maybe not. 6:30 p.m. and I have to work today afterwards. It's like after midnight for me. So
That's true.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll have another great commentary as well.
Yeah, maybe we can convince Espion to again to do some commentary again. But yeah, good luck next time, and let's the rest of us, let's keep on giving Furaime all our energy. Get them to Ganon's Tower to finish up Agon 2 and get the Ice Rod. Really nice silver arrow kill on Amos by Furaime there. I think that was in a test at one point, and people kinda started to do it themselves when they have silver, just more for swag than actually time save. I think it's still one of the faster ones, but it's of course mostly just swag. And looks like Furaime is actually going for Ganon's Tower right now. This will hopefully give them the Ice Rod. The Furaime there used some weird collision in terrain out to jump down the mountain, which is faster than just jumping down the mountain because for some reason in certain spots, if you do those clips, you jump down instantly. You pretty much just do a small little hop, not even really jumping, you're just hopping pretty much. And that's of course faster than actually jumping down. And Furaime now gonna get his powder and cape. Nothing too required here. But takes out the mirror and definitely goes straight upstairs. No, Furaime is missing the Ice Rod for Turtle Rock. He did already had the big key from the left side. Don't know which chest exactly it was, but he did have the the big key to open the big chest for Mirror. Oh yeah, that aeroport. Liam, you could have just continued on with doing the mirror clip, the mimic clip. After getting hit there, it would still have worked as long you don't move them out of the way. Also, I think you did have a potion at that point still, or did you not? I don't know. Oh no, you skipped the potion in. You skipped the potion in Cave 40, Checkerboard Cave. Then there would have been some movement camera unlocks. It would have been that would have been possibly a bit easier than clipping them out. You might want to look into that. You need to know the position, but it's nice to have. And we do see Furaime now on his way to the most fun rooms in the game. Place block, kill 3 enemies, win. And we do see Furaime now doing the second torch room. Ice Rod obtained! Go mode for Furaime. So yeah, Furaime only has to finish up Turtle Rock after this and then can go straight to the Ganon hole. You know, Molon was rich. His last wish, steal all his money because he doesn't need it anymore. Interesting trick of Furaime. They're trying to damage boost themselves through one of the yellow balls of the clones in order to be able to hit that one as well into Agnem. It didn't work out, but it's a nice strat. And I never saw anything like that before. Furaime, couldn't you decide to quickly pick up the Randomizer? Thanks. I wouldn't have been too far out of the way, I promise. And of course, Furaime will do the same way into Turtle Rock as Liam did. Clip into the ledge here. 9 pixels to get a downwards teleport. Do the downwards teleport, wiggle yourself up the wall. Get yourself close to the screen transition and try to hit the screen transition the frame you use to mirror. If you mess it up and transition to early, just do the same as you would do if you get it. If you mess it up by mirroring, just wait a moment. And here we are at the laser bridge on our way to our lovely friend. I hope he's our friend because I don't want him as my enemy. Trinex. And nice movement there of Furaime being able to lock the mini Helmasaur into the corner to not get in the way with the shot of the red cane. And we do see Furaime go for a zero cycle, and he gets it. Now just have to kill our friend Trinex because he was naughty, and extremely well executed kill there by Furaime. Okay, and now that we have all 7 crystals on Furaime's side, just a quick little completely no major glitches way to get in for Furaime. The way it lights the pick. So, getting closer and closer to the cannon hole. And we are almost there, just some more spin speed to get up the pyramid a bit faster. And hey, I just wanted to say that we're there, Furaime, please. And here we are, Ganon, round 2. I'm already through, but Furaime gonna give us some nice little fight as well. Just needs to do 6 hits, and I feel like Furaime gets some stuff out on Ganon about the seed, showing how much he liked it. Yes, Furaime did find the silver cannon. Here, have one of them. And you know, since one isn't enough, have 2 more. Oh, you want another one? Here, have it. And there we have it, 4 silver arrows for Ganon by Furaime. Get your GGs into the chat for Furaime finishing up in 2nd place with a time of... Once he's over the bridge. Come on, Furaime, don't fall down. And with a time of 1 hour, 44 minutes and 54 seconds. GG! And since it's Furaime will do an interview is not a true statement, I would guess. And yeah, this definitely was an interesting seed and a very good race overall. It just literally came down to one check paying out a lot for Liam that Furaime did put out in a I see he also says that going into Turtle Rock, finding mids and flippers kind of made him put off Palace of Darkness for even longer. So that was kind of just pretty not good for them, how it went down. Yeah. Yeah, they are quickly. And looks like we are confirmed that the race tomorrow is 6:30 p.m. So we are perfectly fine on that. If you do want to catch their last race tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., like if you don't know what 6:30 p.m. is, right now it's like 3:50 p.m. Converts that to your time zone and do the things. Also checks the speed game schedule. Talking about the speed game schedule, let's quickly look at what's on the schedule and what is going on. The schedule is really filled up. On SpeedGaming 1, we have Zelda 2 all keys 100% top 4 races. I don't know if that is still going on, but maybe. If not, Zelda 2 all keys 100% finals right afterwards at 4 p.m. Then we got Bloodborne on SpeedGaming 5, all bosses tournament. We got Kirby Nightmare in Dreamlands. After this match going on at 4 p.m., we got The Binding of Isaac going on at SpeedGaming 2. The Binding of Isaac also getting a restream in Frances on SpeedGaming Frances. We got Luigi's Mansion North of Bounds tournament on SpeedGaming 6 going on, I think. And we got New Super Mario Bros. The Wii at 4 p.m. on SpeedGaming 4. If that's not enough, at 5:30 p.m. we got the Link to the Past Randomizer weekly race. It's going to be an open mode seed, and afterwards at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. there are races, but they are not scheduled for any channel so far. But that's gonna be a lot of matches to watch. I don't even know what to decide for. Did I even talk about the Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo starting at 4 p.m. on SpeedGaming on SpeedGaming 6? What is this? How is a match that's going to 4:30 and a match that's starting at 4 p.m. on the same channel? Rick, please. But yeah. Just gonna say quickly, thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm gonna let the credits finish up on Furaime's side, and gonna see you again next time. Goodbye.